These are now my Canelo Alvarez versus William Scull full card predictions and breakdowns now for you guys. Going down in Saudi Arabia this weekend. Let's get right into it, starting with Brian Leon versus Aaron Guerrero. I am going with Brian Leon to win. He should win. 6 wins, 6 knockouts. He's got a nice fluid Cuban style, to be honest with you. Nice hand speed, good jittery movements, big power in his hands. Look, if I'm being real, I think Brian Leon should make easy work out of this. I expect another knockout win. It's going to be interesting to see if, Guerrero can give him things to think about or give him a few rounds. But I think Leon carries some big power in his hands and, has a good, fluid, unpredictable style. I think Brian Leon's going to win. I'm going to say round 3 KO for Brian Leon. That is my prediction for this one. Next up, we go with Marco Verdi making his debut against Mikel Polina. I think Marco Verdi's going to win. He's very relentless, good in the Olympics. Believe he was a silver medalist. Yeah, he beat Lewis Richardson. I wasn't happy about that one. But he's pretty relentless when he comes forward. Has a good body attack. Very tough, very durable guy Marco Verdi is. I think he's a good fighter from what I've seen from him in the Olympics. Pretty fun fighter to watch, I think. I believe he will win. I believe he's going to get a stoppage win here as well. I believe he'll be able to beat down Mikel Polina. He does take a few unnecessary shots here and there, but I think he's going to look good. I think he'll get a knockout win. I'm going to say round 4 to Marco Verdi. I reckon he'll take his time, try and beat him down a bit. There we go, round 4. Next up then, we go to the big fight. Badu Jack versus Noel Mikalan. I think I said his name right. This is going to be an interesting fight. Mikalan is the champion on recess. Badu Jack is the champion. Badu Jack's old now, though. He's like 41. I think Noel Mikalan is good. I think I do. I think he's very good at backing you up. I think he's good at getting full extension through the shots when he has you on the ropes. But Badu Jack's a real strong guy with big power in his hands. I think Noel Mikalan's going to win the fight. Yeah, I think Noel Mikalan's going to win the fight. I mean, Badu Jack won a world championship at 39 years old, but he's very clearly is slowing down. But the power he possesses in his hands, and Noel Mikalan does leave himself open when he does come forward. And it is hard to push Badu Jack back. But I think Mikalan is good. I think he's good behind his jab. I really think he gets his jab working well. Badu Jack gets his jab working well as well. I think if Mikalan can stand his ground, that will be... I think it's a really interesting fight. I do think Mikalan's going to win, though. I do. I think Mikalan's going to outbox him. I think Badu Jack has a great chance. And he could win. I kind of am thinking Badu Jack could win. It's a real tough one to predict, but I think Noel Mikalan will win. I reckon he'll be able to dominate behind the jab. Mikalan's got the reach advantage. I feel like he's going to be using his reach a lot. He's got a good straight backhand as well. Badu Jack, I think, can be a bit wild here and there. I think Badu Jack works his angles well, but I think Noel Mikalan's very good at, keeping that lead hand in front of your face and being able to dominate fights with that. And, he does come forward. He has got good pressure, good inside game as well. Both of them do have. At this point, I feel like time is on Noel Mikalan's side, and I think that's going to be what wins in the fight. Yeah, if it was prime Badu Jack versus Noel Mikalan, I'd say Badu Jack, obviously, but no, I think it's Noel Mikalan's time. I think he's going to win the fight. But, Badu Jack's been in there with a better competition. He's got the experience, but I think Noel Mikalan's got him at the right time. Badu Jack's been out for just over 2 years now as well, which hasn't done him any favours. So I'm going to go with Noel Mikalan to win this fight. I'm going to say decision win. I can't see him finishing Badu Jack. Badu Jack is such a good, tough, durable guy, and you can't ever question his heart. But yeah, I think Noel Mikalan's got him at the right time, unfortunately. I would love to see Badu Jack win, but yeah, I don't see it. Anyway, next up, we're on to Martin Bakole versus F.A. Jaba. I'm going with Martin Bakole to win. Obviously, yeah, he got knocked out by Joseph Parker in 2 rounds, but he wasn't fully fit in that fight. But I still think Parker needs a lot of credit over that win. Martin Bakole was massive going into that fight, and he's going to be massive going into this fight against Jaba. But Bakole has Very quick hands for his size. He's got very quick hands for his size. Throws those nice George Foreman style uppercuts. I think Martin McCulley will win. I think he's got deadly power in his hands. He's got deadly speed. He's obviously going to be able to back Jaba up. Jaba's easily backed up, and Jaba gets hit by so many unnecessary shots that he just doesn't need to be hit with. He's slow as well. Slow with his punches, slow movement. But Jaba, if he does get his timing right and he can catch you flush, you are in big trouble. You are in big trouble. And it is a very quick turnaround for Martin McCulley as well. Just over 2 months to turn around for Martin McCulley. Fair play to the guy for stepping back in there. But it is a quick turnaround. But I do believe he will win. I think he's got a style which is easily going to be able to beat Jaba. I think Martin McCulley beats Jaba on his worst day as well, to be honest with you. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be in his best performance. He's obviously might have those side effects from the Parker fight, but I know we didn't really have a camp for that either, though. But no, I think McCulley's going to win. I think McCulley's going to win the fight. He hits too hard. Jaba's going to get knocked out. He is tough, though, Jaba. But no, look at the amount of success that, Frank Sanchez was able to get up against him on the back foot. McCulley's going to be pushing him back all night. Absolutely bullying him. Yeah, I can't see Martin McCulley losing this fight, to be honest. I think he's going to go in there and absolutely destroy Jaba. I'm going to say inside 6 rounds, Martin McCulley wins. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, next up we go to, the rematch. Bruno Sice versus Jaime Mongia 2. I'm going with Jaime Mongia to get revenge in the rematch. He was winning until he got stopped. I thought until he got knocked out cold. I thought he was beating Sice down before then. He was good at being able to back him up, but he just wasn't very defensively responsible in that fight, though, Jaime Mongia. But there wasn't really loads coming back. But Sice only has, 5-6 knockouts now, though, when he, planted Mongia out cold, knocked him out on his back, flatlined him. But I think Mongia is going to fix things up. He's been training with Canelo, sparring with him. I think he's going to fix things up here. I think he's going to be timing his attacks better, Jaime Mongia. I think he's going to be cutting off the ring a lot better. I feel like he's going to be less sloppy. He was a bit sloppy with his hands, dropping his hands a lot in that first fight, and it punished him. It came to really bite him. But I think Sice is a good fighter, but he was getting outclassed before he was able to knock Mongia out with one big punch. I think Mongia fixes up, and I think Mongia wins. I think his pressure is going to be too much. I think Mongia is going to beat him down to the body. I think Mongia is going to get a stoppage win here as well, to be honest with you. I really do rate Mongia, but it's just his defense which lets him down. I think he's got quicker hands than what people think. I like Mungia's combination punches, and it was causing Sice problems originally in that first fight. But, he was sloppy, Mungia, as it went on, and he got punished for it. But that's not going to happen this time around. Mongia only lost from one. I'm not going to call it a lucky shot that Sice landed, because it was really well timed. And I think Sice was always looking for that shot when he was being backed up by Mongia and trying to, counter him. And that is what happened. And Sice was smart with that. It wasn't a lucky shot at all. It was well timed. But Mungia's going to switch up defensively. He's going to switch things up. And I think that was the reality check that Jaime Mongia needed. And I think he's going to put things right this time. I think Jaime Mongia is going to get a knockout in, I'm going to say round 7 or 8 for Jaime Mongia. That's my prediction. Okay, we then go to the main event, Canelo versus William Scull. I think that it's interesting. I think William Scull's got, a good Cuban style, but he won't win the fight. I think Canelo's going to win. I think Canelo's going to win via decision. Skull's got a tough style to figure out, in my opinion. But once Canelo does figure him out, he's going to beat him down. Shishkin was able to stick William Scull on the back foot for the whole fight. I mean, he's nice and fluid with his movements, though, William Scull. He's got a good jab, which is going to take Canelo a while to, figure out the distance. I think that's going to take Canelo some time to do on someone like William Scull. And I do see William Scull picking up the first 3 rounds of this fight. But once Canelo gets going, which he will do, He's going to beat William Scull down to the body, go upstairs. It's going to be difficult because of how massive William Scull is for Canelo. I think we got to see a lot of body work from Canelo in this fight. And he's going to have to build his way upstairs. I think Canelo's going to try and work the chest a lot as well. He's obviously going to try and break down the arms of William Scull. But it's difficult on a style like William Scull because he's pretty fluid with his arms. He doesn't walk forward with a high guard. He likes that kind of low guard. So it is going to be difficult for Canelo to attack the arms of William Scull, which he likes doing. So it's going to be difficult to do. And I think Scull can cause him problems. But I think Canelo is the harder puncher. I think Canelo's eventually going to be able to beat down the body and figure out the distance. And I think Canelo will win. But I think William Scull's going to cause him big problems in this fight, though, to be honest with you. This is not easy at all. But I think Canelo should win. But as I said, Shishkin was able to back William Scull up. Canelo is going to be able to do that. Canelo's a good come forward fighter who is eventually going to beat you down and figure out the distance, and he's going to be able to take Skull's jab away from him at some point. But this is going to be difficult for him to figure out for a few rounds. But I expect Canelo to win. I'm going to actually say a majority decision. I think this is actually going to be a close fight, but Canelo's going to win. But it's going to be difficult. Anyway, thanks for watching.